And my hair is just not having it today. What's up, guys? That light is not good. It does not like me. Let's see if I can get this set up. Try to just stay in place. I don't think it's happening. Oh, yo, there we go. Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Okay. I think I'll give people a chance to get in here. Let's see. I wonder, I don't think we do. We actually have cocoa. I've never made chocolate crepes. Yo, what's up, Vortex? How you doing, dude? Okay. I'm just gonna get started. We're gonna make some crepes. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just taking some flour, and I'm making kind of a big batch. If you wanted to only make like 1 or 2 crepes, you'd only need like 1/3 of a cup of flour. I'm going for a triple batch. Can you hear me okay? I'm going for a triple batch, so I'm going to use an entire cup of flour for this. You'll see it's a cup of flour. I'm going to put a little bit more in there, but it's packed down and stuff, so probably good enough. And a lot of this is pretty arbitrary. That's the recipe I use. It's all pretty arbitrary. I'm going to put in about 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Vortex, can you hear me okay, dude? Is my audio okay? And this is probably honestly even a little bit much. Probably don't need even this much sugar. But I like my stuff a little sweet. So we're gonna put a little bit more sugar than is probably necessary. Make you one. Oh shit. It took me like a whole minute and a half to get that thing straightened out. Heck. Audio's fine? Cool, good deal. I'm trying super duper hard to get this camera. I don't have like a stand for my camera. Which would probably be like really helpful. Okay, so that works. I just need to get it to a place where there's not a giant light behind my head. You can't hear me. Doubt. All right, but anyway, we got a cup of flour and about 1/4 cup of sugar in here. Next, we need eggs. So for every 1/3 of a cup of flour, you want 1 egg. And then what I do is for every full cup of flour you use, I put an extra egg in. So we're using a full cup of flour, so we're gonna need 4 eggs. I want to get this moved. Hang on. We're gonna move this first. I'm gonna see if I can't get this positioned a little bit better, so there's not like a giant glare behind my head. All right, whatever. It's gonna have to do. And I do want to have like at some point a kitchen where I have like good lighting and a decent setup and stuff, but this will have to do for now. All right, so we're gonna get 4 of these eggs in here. And this is like one of my favorite like easy meals to make. It's super easy. Takes very little effort, very little time, and they're just fucking delicious. I got a little egg on my counter. Just want to get it cleaned up before I make a mess. Dragging shit through it. All right. Cup of flour. 1/4 cup of sugar and 4 eggs. Yeah, all right. So that puts us right at about 2 1/4 cups. So we're just going to top up to 3 cups with milk, and that's going to give us about 3 cups of batter. And I might go a little bit heavy on the milk too, because if the batter is a little extra runny, that's not a problem. If it's not runny enough, that is a problem. All right, let's get flour and sugar put away. Don't need that anymore. My kitchen's an absolute mess right now. My whole apartment's just kind of a mess. Because everything's kind of like set up for moving. So I'm just going to use a fork to mix all this. I'm going to try to get it nice and incorporated. Kyle, if you're still in chat, are we playing Civ tonight, dude? Are we playing some Civ? It's a good thing I still have one good arm to mix this with, because my left arm's shot right now. Literally, it has a COVID shot in it, and it's sore AF. Honestly, this is like the most time-consuming part, is just mixing it. Just takes a while, because you don't want it clumpy. But it definitely is, and it's going to be for a little while. You want the batter nice and smooth and really like incorporated. What's going on, guys? I got a needle put in my arm today. It was wild. It was super fast. It's like the fastest injection I've ever had. So this is where we're at right now, and you can see, like on the side, you can still see there's flour that has not incorporated yet. So we kind of have to get that all scraped off of the edges. And actually, if you look at the consistency of this batter, it's not quite as thin as I'd like it, and it's still kind of like chunky. I'm going to put a little extra milk in here. I don't know. I wish I had a better like setup for cooking streams and stuff. It's something I would do way more often if I had a better setup for it. Because I know looking at like a big glare on my head and the background that is just the mess my kitchen is right now is not exactly entertaining. But We are getting there though. Not too much more. You get your second shot on Tuesday? Hell yeah. Yeah, today was my second shot. I got my second shot today. We're getting really close on the consistency. It's not quite where I want it, but it's really getting there. A little touch of extra milk really did wonders. Yeah, it's just eggs, flour, milk, and sugar. We're getting really close. There's just a few more little chunks that I gotta break up. Because flour doesn't like liquid as well as you might think. Okay, so you see, we got this like, it's a very thin. Wednesday's your second. You took off work for the day in case of side effects. Yeah, probably a good call. But yeah, so we got, it's very thin, very liquidy, easy to pour batter. All right. Okay. I put my stove usually on about like 2/3 of its maximum heat. And I'm not even gonna be like greasing or spraying the pan. It's just a non-stick pan on about 2/3 heat. It's got a plate. Yeah, so this is the batter. So we got about 3 cups or 700 milliliters of batter. You see how it's very thin, but it's still kind of like, you can just cut right through it. It's very thin batter. You'll be watching, but you're on the phone with the doctor? Okay. So now, we can get this to flip. Nope, orientation's locked. Damn it. Yeah, oh, shit. That's right, yeah. Because I got my shots in my left arm. Because I knew I wouldn't need it as much. I'm just trying to get a feel for how quickly this is going to cook. Kind of get an idea how hot the pan is. Alright, it's cooking relatively quickly. And we are going to get, like, you'll see a couple of these, like, floaty pieces in here. We're just going to have to break these up as we go. Sorry, I just realized you're not seeing it. This is really hard to, like, my idiosyncrasy is not a fan of this. Didn't even feel the first one. It made me a little tired, and I felt a little crummy. Definitely wasn't too bad the first time around. But, oh, okay. Okay, so, The key with these crepes is you have to work quickly the way I'm going to get this done. So we're going to pour our batter, which is more than I wanted in there, but that's okay. And then we're going to get it as even as we can all the way up to these edges by rotating the pan slowly. And this one's going to be thicker than I want, so I may have to spread it more. And you can see it's starting to cook a little bit. And then I kind of shake it a little bit to get it evened out. I'm trying to get some of these clumps broken up last second and incorporated into the batter. And as we get farther, these first couple are not always the greatest. So I think the pan needs to be a little bit hotter. See how it's kind of like tearing on the edges? That happens when the pan's not quite hot enough. It's also a little thicker than I'd like. Look at that beautiful color. And you'll see how it kind of just like slides around in the pan now. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Over the plate. We're going to move on to the next one. I can get this camera to flip. There we go. God, I can't even hold my fucking phone right. Okay. Alright, so this one's going to be much thinner, which is kind of what we're going for. You kind of have to be really quick about it too. You don't want it to overcook in the middle, or on the edges, rather. Right, like it'll cook more solid in the middle, and then the batter in the middle won't cook at the same speed as the rest of it. Break up a couple of the clumps, but you see, like even by now, like the clumps we're dealing with, and we're only on the second one, but the clumps we're dealing with are already like kind of a non-factor. I'm wondering, I might have made these too wet. Just a touch. Yeah, see it is, no, it's too hot. The batter might be a little bit runny, but that's okay. These are still going to turn out just fine. They just cling to the pan a little bit more than I'd like them to. So we get this like beautiful kind of like golden brown color. And it's just gonna slide right around. You see the other side of it? Absolutely gorgeous. because this is the side that's going to be on the outside, because we get like these beautiful like rings and patches and stuff. The inside's really pretty too. Just look at that. I've been thinking about maybe like doing this stuff over on like Instagram or TikTok or something. I don't know. Because I don't think, I've never tried, I think I have done one IG live maybe, and I've definitely not done a TikTok live. But if you look, see we still got like half our batter. Still got, so this is crepe number 4. We still got like half of our batter. Little less than. And just, oh my god, so beautiful. All right, let's get some more in here. And honestly, like this is just such a, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of a repetitive motion, you know, like a very repetitive process, but it's really relaxing and very enjoyable for me. I get a lot of happiness out of watching this all come together. I don't think I've ever done a Facebook Live either. You don't see yours? I'm teaching you how to make it, so you can have as many as you want. Can I get under it, please? Boom. You have a crepe maker? Well, now you can make them anytime you want, even if you're away from your crepe maker. Oh, so pretty. This is something I've been kind of scared to do on a stream because I wasn't sure how well I would be able to film and cook at the same time, but really you only need the one hand to make these things. It's a little easier with two when you're like stirring the batter, but in terms of like actually like cooking them, super easy.